Hey, Nicole.
Hey Eric, Happy New Year.
Yeah!
Woohoo! It
Oh my
is
goodness.
2023. I'm
Have you screwed up and written 2022 on anything yet?
No, but I've got to tell you, because of a certain college game, we missed the ball drop. We missed the moment. I was so upset. I was so angry for college football. College football. We don't even follow I don't
Wait
follow
a
college
minute though.
football.
There were no games being played,
No, there was. It was a big college, I think Georgia. I don't know. Who was it?
but that wasn't during. Oh yeah, that game was
But
crazy.
it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
literally okay. It was like 2 minutes from the ball drop, and I had champagne, and we had my in-laws and my kids had friends, and I said, "Quick, quick, Ramin, my husband, change it, change it, change it." He's like, "1 second," and then my son puts his phone up and says, "It's midnight." We totally missed it, and I was so angry. Anyway,
You
what
got
we
to
did,
get your priorities straight. Football comes first.
football
Football
comes
is life.
first. And the worst thing is my daughter, 11-year-old, takes the remote and clicks it right at that moment as they were kicking the ball. So not only did we miss the ball drop, we missed the kick.
So you missed the miss
We
because
missed the miss.
it
Yes.
was Ohio State, I think, blew a 17-point second half lead
Yeah.
to lose
Something
that
like that.
game.
I don't know. I don't even care about that game. All I care about is what it did. But
And I
to
probably got
re
that wrong, but yeah.
but to re like do at 1 a.m. we counted down in the next time zone, and that was our Happy New Year. So all's good.
Oh, okay. So you pushed it to Central Time. Is
We
that what
did.
you did? You
Yeah. And
you had a Central Time New
we were
Year's
like,
Eve?
next year, if they get rid of daylight savings, that's going to be the real time anyway. So
Oh my God. You know what? Okay, now you bring up an interesting point, but you know what? We're going to come back
yeah,
to that.
we got an
Let's
intro.
say
We got an
hello.
intro.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Real Agents podcast. It's a weekly podcast where we take our emission and I get it wrong every single time. All right, I'm going to start over.
A weekly podcast where our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to discuss life and real estate and everything in between. So, if you like your advice and insights shaken, not stirred, well, this is a podcast for you. I'm Nicole
I'm
Dash,
Eric Harrington,
and we are
the
the
Real
Real
Agents.
Agents. Yay!
Nicole, you saved me. You
But I'm like, I'm reading
saved
it on
me.
my phone and I can't see. So I'm like zooming in. I don't know if anyone can see that. We did it
I
though.
am so off my game today, and you pulled us out. Thank you so much. But okay, so now back up. You were talking about daylight savings.
Yes.
I'm going to run for president, and that is my platform. Get rid of daylight savings and get rid of ATM fees when you take money out of the bank.
Oh,
Those are
really?
my only
Seriously?
two
I
ticket
will
items.
vote for you. But I mean, the daylight savings, it passed last year in, I think, the Senate, and it has to pass in the House or one of the two. So one of the houses of representatives, it passed. The other house still hasn't passed it. And I don't understand what's going on. Apparently, they say it's not even by party, it's by region. So, like, they're split
Well,
by region.
yeah,
It makes sense. But
it's those farmers. They don't want to be out there in the dark.
those farmers,
Those dang farmers.
what do they do for us? Oh, wait.
Yeah, like all the food. Yeah, okay. Without
I
the
guess
farmers.
they're
Well, you know
important.
what? You
Sure.
know what you signed up for when you become a
Yeah.
farmer. You're out there in the dark.
Yeah,
Get
exactly.
new, get new lights.
Milk that cow in the dark. We've got light now. Before there was no natural light. We've got flashlights and lanterns and electricity. What's the
You
problem?
could set some mood lighting, make it nice and romantic for the cow.
Little clap on, clap off.
Yeah, maybe get like a disco ball.
Yeah,
You
we're like,
know,
clap on, clap off. Or hey Alexa, put on mood lights. Mood lights. Okay, I'm you. I'm
you just came up with the marketing concept, the
you.
moonlight. I like it.
Moonlight.
I like it.
That's you, Eric. See, that's the kind of joke you would say. What's happening to me?
You're in. You are in now. You're driving this train. You're driving it right
No,
off a cliff, baby.
no,
I love
right
it.
off the cliff. Go ahead. You take the reins.
All right, I'll take the reins. Let me see. Do I have another moo joke? I don't. I don't have another cow
Sorry.
joke. However, I do think the cows would appreciate it if the milking process was a little bit more romantic. I'm just saying, right? It's a little too clinical and just like yanking and pulling. How about we ease our way into it? You know,
Yeah.
a little mood lighting, maybe a cocktail. Okay, maybe not a cocktail.
Maybe not a cocktail. So tell me a little bit about some recent news for you. Where have you been recently? What's been going on with you? Anything you want to share?
All right.
I'm like,
First off, and most important, I had an amazing experience the other day. I had to go to the Tyson's Galleria Mall to pick up a closing gift for a client, and it's my new thing. This closing gift is amazing. It is a Cuisinart popcorn machine.
Ooh.
This big. I know it's such a great idea. When you have clients that have kids, you get the popcorn machine, you get the popcorn, you get the little buckets, and then it's something they could use in their brand new media room.
That's cool. I didn't know that they made that.
It's great, right? So I get there a little early, and I really got to use the facilities. So I'm running around. I'm looking for the restroom, and I don't know if you've ever been to the Tyson's Galleria Mall. Have you been to that one? It's not the regular mall. It's the high-end mall.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the fancy mall. That's the mall I will go to eat and walk around in, but I'm not buying anything. They don't want me to walk into those stores. That's not happening.
We made the mistake of going there one time for an event, and my wife Felicia's feet hurt because of her shoes. So we were just going to buy a pair of shoes.
Ooh.
And we walked into a store, and the cheapest pair of shoes were $475.
That's crazy. Yeah. See, that's just not my bracket. I don't know. I can't.
Who buys $475 shoes? And they were ugly shoes.
No, I struggle. I struggle with this concept.
Anyway, so I'm like, I really got to use the bathroom. So I'm fine. I find it, and oh my God, Nicole. First up, so you see the sign, the man and the woman sign, right?
Right.
This is man, this is woman. I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't know what that means. I don't know. Anyway, so you see the sign, and you turn the corner, and it's this long hallway, right? And it's brightly lit. And at the end of the hallway, there's this big round bench, like cushioned bench. And I'm like, holy smokes, where am I? And the lighting is beautiful. And it's like kind of dim but bright enough to see everything. Anyway, so I walk down there, and you can go left to the ladies' room, right to the men's room, and I slowly make that turn to the right. And Nicole, this is arguably the nicest bathroom I've ever seen. Marble everywhere. The sinks were like so ornate with these gold fixtures. And they had the urinals. I don't know if you've ever been in a men's bathroom, but
I've seen it. Yeah,
and
no.
They were sparkling
marble urinals.
I don't know if they were marble or they were made from God's cheekbones. It was awesome. It was beautiful. Then I'm just in awe of this place, and they had these doors, and I'm like, what is behind the door? I open up the door, and it's the toilets, and they have like a vanity in the toilet room.
Your own personal vanity?
Your own personal vanity in the toilet room.
There? What are you doing in there?
I don't know. Listen, all I'm going to say is I went in there at about 12:30. I didn't come out till like 2.
Did they have did they have an attendant? Like you had your own personal attendant with a little like towel?
That's the only thing that was missing. Yeah, there wasn't, a little guy named Hugo, Mr. Carrington, can I get you anything else? Yeah, I know that was a terrible accent, but I know. Our announcer, our engineer is cringing right now. But
Mr. Producer, put him back in place. No, but that's well, you weren't there really for an hour and a half, 2 hours. That's a joke, right? Because then maybe we got.
I was so comfortable. Listen, I sat there. I gave myself a mani-pedi. I did my email. I was like, I'm just kicking back. I closed the door.
it's not a bathroom anymore. It's a lounge. Like you went into the lounge and that's it. That's where you went.
I'll put it to you. If I had my laptop with me, I really would have been in there for like an hour and a half. It was so
Wow.
soothing. I
Yeah.
got 3 knocks on the door while I was in there. Yeah. We're like, what is going on in here? And I did feel
Hmm.
bad because when I finally did leave, um, like some guy like rushed in.
Oh no, you were like, oh wait, I forgot people actually have to use this thing for other purposes than checking email.
I'm
Um,
surprised security didn't come in and do like a wellness check. It was I was in there for a while.
well, I went to the mall recently, not the fancy mall, just a regular old mall, um, to shop for my mother of the groom dress because my son is getting married in less than a month. And I've been putting it up, putting it. I know it's crazy. It's right around the
It's
corner.
awesome.
I've been putting it off because I just had a baby and nothing was fitting. And so I was like, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Finally, I'm like, what's happening in 3 weeks? Like, now's the time. Like, there's not going to be much of a change in 3 weeks. So, um, and I literally have purchased online 3 dresses, bought in person 2 dresses. I finally have a winner. Oh my gosh, you don't know. And they're all navy blue because for some reason, I guess I'm just attracted to navy blue. That's it. Like all 5 dresses were navy blue and they're all long and I've tried them all on. Finally, the one, of course, the winner is surprise, surprise, the most expensive one.
Well, of course it is.
Like I don't just like we're talking about the shoes, like I don't like spending too much on clothes. I just have a thing, but it's my son's wedding and I want to feel good. I want to look good. And so I splurged and it of course is the winner. Of course. Like I
Well,
ordered it online after I had already bought 2 other ones and I was like, these are both good. Everyone agreed they were good. I was like, but I really like that one. So unless it's so expensive, it's like double both of these dresses. I was
so
like,
wait, did you order all of them online?
no, 2 I went in person and tried on and brought 2 home. I
Okay.
liked them, but I didn't love them. So I was still searching. I was still like, I was still online dating, you know? I was still online dating my future
You didn't
dress.
swipe right on them
It
yet.
didn't,
You were still
no,
swiping left.
I wasn't fully committed. Like I was in like, not love. So
Okay.
now I'm in love and it's like, it's the one.
Isn't that risky to buy clothes online though? I mean,
It is, but I mean, I'm short, so I know that anything I get, I'm going to have to go get it tailored anyway, like hemmed. So I'm okay with that. And you can always return it. Like like all these stores have really good return policies. So I wouldn't buy from an online shop that I can't return from. I'll say that.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I don't think any clothing manufacturer wants any clothes that I've had on.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, but you don't care about that. You just care about getting your money back, right?
this is true too. This is true. I mean, but yeah, I wear my clothes if you know what I'm going to the bathroom for 2.5
Yeah.
hours. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm wearing my clothes.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, when they're getting them back, it's iffy at best. Well, that's cool. How long was your son engaged?
He got engaged last spring.
Okay.
So it was pretty quick. So it'll be a less than a year, just less than a year from the time they got engaged to when they're getting married. But they've
How
been
long have they been dating?
since they were 14. I mean, they're 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. We literally we're putting together a slideshow for the rehearsal dinner, and we have pictures from their first homecoming together when they were 14 years old in ninth grade. They've been together
Oh,
the
wow.
whole time. It's crazy. So they were like, they grew up together. It's cute.
That is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, I have an interesting little addition to that. My son,
Uh-huh.
our
Mr.
intrepid
Mr.
engineer and
Producer.
producer,
Uh-huh.
got engaged last weekend.
Nuh-uh, you did? He did?
Yes,
Oh, did I
he
say you
got
did? Because I
engaged to
can
the
see
most
him.
wonderful girl in the world, Violet.
Really? Oh, congratulations. Yay. So is there a wedding soon or is this like a long-term engagement?
I
Are
don't
you
know. We should
you
ask
don't
him.
know? We'll ask him.
It's there staring at us.
No pressure, no pressure.
Yeah, he gave us one of these.
Yeah.
No, I imagine it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe a year. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think
Maybe.
about that?
That's okay. I had a 2-year long engagement. I mean, I don't see, next step doesn't have to be rushed. So
Felicia and I, we were engaged for 8 years.
nah, really? What?
Yeah.
Well, you just couldn't commit to a date, or you just weren't sure,
Well,
like a now.
I
Well, you
had
weren't
to sample the
sure.
products first. You know what I'm saying? I don't just jump in. I had
You
to
know,
make sure I knew what I was getting into.
well, it's funny because I think more and more with this generation, the wedding isn't like less important. A lot of people are eloping and then having weddings later, or something like that. So, not saying that don't elope. He'll Felicia will kill
so
me.
so
No,
uh, uh,
no one is eloping.
funny enough, they got engaged in Las Vegas, and I was trying to convince them to just go to one of the little chapel of the West and just get married.
That's what you
mean,
wanted.
yeah, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah,
Jump
you want to be
in.
there. At least you want to be there, right? Just see it. It can be small. No, maybe. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm okay. No, it's going to be awesome. And he could not have asked a more wonderful young lady. She is absolutely beautiful, and she's good for him.
That's good.
She's really
That's
good for him.
exciting. That's so nice. I think it's wonderful when your children are marrying someone you like, and not only approve but like, and just see them as part of your family. So
Well, and just makes him better because
yeah, that's true.
yeah, I mean she's much better looking than he is. And that just means when they do have grandchildren, there's a very good chance they'll be gorgeous, thanks to her.
Already thinking about grandchildren, huh?
You know what, Nicole? I'm kind of ready for it.
Yeah, I would say
Is that weird?
No, that's not weird at all. He's cringing. He's cringing.
I know. He's
I
sweating
like
too. I
to
can
see
see
his
it.
reactions. This is kind of cool. No,
I know,
so no
right?
right? I love it. Like, ooh, embarrassing. No one else can see it, but we can see it. So, okay, so 2023 has started off really awesome.
Yes.
For you, for your family, for me, once we got past 1 a.m. and restarted the countdown. So then it was good. So, but you know what else was good?
What?
First weekend on the market after the new year.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right? Tell us, Eric. You were at an open house.
So yeah, it's been an interesting start of the year. I've written almost wrote 2 offers. I wrote one really good offer, and we're close to getting that ratified. Fingers crossed. There's just a few hoops to jump through. But also had an open house last weekend that it was a zoo. I don't know how else to put it, and the conversations that I'm having with people, I don't want to say it feels exactly like last April, but I get kind of the same vibe, Everyone's excited about the possibility of owning a home. No one talked about interest rates being crazy. No one talked about, uncertainty moving forward. It was all positivity. It was all about, how do I win? How do I be successful? And it was refreshing because there's so many questions about what the year is going to be like with these new parameters, the new interest rate, that it was nice to see. I was at an open house for 2 hours, and I had about 15 groups come through.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, so we put on as a listing team, 3 new listings this weekend. And we had, between that and then one other older listing, I think we had 104 showings.
Wow.
104 showings, including the open houses.
Yeah.
Before we started Sunday. Before Sunday. And that's Friday and Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's crazy. I know we've had already a couple of offers. So I feel like that's great. And I was looking at the weekly market report. And if you looked at where the new homes on the market, not new builds, but new listings put on the market, from the very last week of 2022 to now this first week of 23, it's up 80%.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. And then the under contract is up 51%. And that's as of today, which is a Monday. So we know that probably in the next couple of days, that number is going to shoot up even more. So, I mean, those are all really good indicators that the market is hopefully warming up, waking up after the new year, and people are excited to buy. And
that what I found was real interesting was it was definitely heavy on new buyers at the open houses,
really,
first time home buyers. And I wasn't expecting. I was expecting it to be, folks that waited out the last 2 years, and they were, I saw what was going on, and I didn't want to be a part of that. So now I'm going to look now. And there were a few of those, but I would say probably 70% of the folks that came through my open house were all first time home buyers, which is very encouraging.
Yeah.
That, despite what they're seeing and despite what they've seen, that people are, energized to get into this market and take a stab at it.
Absolutely. That's great.
And it was all fantastic conversations, and I was worried about 2023 and I thought it was going to be a lot more like the last quarter of 2022. But no, I think we're gonna have some serious action.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be our typical spring, maybe less than obviously the record-breaking anomaly of last spring, but going back 2 or 3 years before that, it was always good. So, and it always started early. So hopefully that's the case. That's what we're seeing right now. It is very encouraging. I'm putting my first listing on the market this weekend coming up. So we'll see.
Man.
It's a condo in Arlington. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll sell quickly.
It'll fly off the shelf.
I hope so, right? I hope so. It has parking. So it has its own little parking spot in the garage.
What's funny too is I don't know that listing agents in our area are on board or ready for it yet. Because I previewed a lot of the new homes, and there was a lot of lackluster homes out there. Like it's like they kind of rushed them. It felt like, and they weren't. Most of them weren't staged. I felt like the ones that people were living in, they weren't coached on how they should put the house on the market. And coming from our team and seeing our stuff and doing our Tuesday tour where we look at the houses before they go on the market, there's such a big difference on our mentality on how to put a house on the market and some of the other agents. And I think, not to just toot our own horn. Yeah. But first, I do think we do it better than most. But this as a listing agent, I think we just approach it better with our clients. We let them know the best road to success, and we let them know that, there's little things that you need to do to make your house more attractive. And on the flip side of that, I just don't think other agents are aware or just think that it's going to be as aggressive of a market as we think it's going to be.
Right. Well, what it is that, obviously you only get one chance to put your best foot forward, right? That first launching weekend is so important. And especially in a market that, is unpredictable. Like, we don't know, right? We're not really sure. We're hoping, all signs are pointing to a positive, upward tick in excitement from buyers, and then hopefully some more inventory coming on. But you have to prepare your home as if, you're trying to just win over everyone else, right? All the competition. And so that means fixing it up as much as you can, staging it, cleaning it. And sometimes one person's definition of clean isn't another person's definition of clean, right? So being very, very, without insulting anyone, right? Just being very forward about, like, hey, we need to get this professionally deep cleaned. I always say more than just like, oh, my mom's coming into town cleaning, right? It's more than that. It's like deep clean, inside surface, inside appliances, every baseboard, every ceiling fan, every vent, things you don't think about, that, you really have to, in the crevices of the windows. If you have those double pane storm windows and then you look in, right? They get gross. You got to clean them.
Nasty.
You get really gross.
Yes.
So, just little details
What's
like
the
that.
one thing, I've never thought about this before until you kind of brought it up about preparing the client. What's the one thing a seller brings to the conversation that they just always swear is truth, and it's the hardest thing to overcome? Like, I just talked to my parents this earlier today, and they were like, yeah, we need to put a new roof on. I was
Right.
like, why do you need to put a new roof on? Your house was built 7 years ago. Oh, well, everybody's putting this roof on in my neighborhood. And I was like, well, who cares? Your roof is 7 years old. In your interaction with sellers, what's the one thing that they push back on the most that you have to convince them that they're wrong about?
So it really depends on the age range of the client. So, but on average, I'd say convincing them that paint is your best friend, right? It's a 3-to-1 return. I always say it, 3-to-1 return for paint, because a lot of times people are like, well, let's just let them pick their own paint colors. I hear that a lot. Or can't we just give them a credit for that? I hear that. And so it's like, no, that's not the sort of thing you're going to be like advertising, taking professional photos, marketing yourself with like a disclaimer. We'll give you a few thousand so you can paint it your own color. Like that doesn't really sell anybody. What it says is that you weren't willing to do the prep work, right? And it just doesn't attract people. So what do you think? Okay, if you have a buyer and they see a credit, it was not a credit like $10,000 to paint a house, which realistically, a 3-level colonial in our area, average size, that's how much it costs to paint the house, is $10,000. This costs have gotten more. So you see someone who's willing to give a $2,000 or $3,000 credit for painting. What are you saying to your client?
No, I'd much rather see the house painted. I'd much rather see that they put forth the effort to make it uniform. And, you don't. Personally, yeah, having an accent wall is great. If they go the extra effort to put in like a design element, that's awesome. But even if it just went flat gray throughout the house,
Right.
I think that's better than, scuffed, dirty, old paint kind of thing. It's funny, during the open house, it was Jamie's listing in
Mhm.
Annandale, and I think he invited a prospective client to come take a look at the work that was done at the house. And it was an older lady and her daughter. And you hit the nail on the head when he asked her, what she thought of the house. Her main complaint was the paint.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, it's
They don't
all
like
one
it.
color.
They hate it.
And
That demographic hates the good.
yeah, where all the young folks that were coming into the house were like, oh my
Right.
God, the paint's amazing. We love this. It's so bright.
Right.
And this older woman was, oh, it's too bright. There's no depth to it.
Mhm.
And he handled it with aplomb. He was
Of
like, well,
course.
it's been proven that this is what the current buyers are looking for. And
Right.
I don't think it's going to deter us getting this sold this weekend. And I think, to his credit, I think he's got 3 offers in hand right
At
now or
least
something like
2.
that.
Yeah, 2, maybe 3. I didn't check before we got on this, but yeah, it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell well. He did all the prep work with his client. We have all the resources available with contractors, haulers, cleaners, anything anyone needs. Like we honestly, people can just give us their keys if they're moving out, let's say, and we can do it all
That's
for
awesome.
them. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I know that sounds like very sales pitchy, but it's true. And I think that is something that distinguishes us from other teams, because we are willing to take on the full project management of homes to get them on the market, because we understand that that is what's going to sell and sell well.
It's funny when I'm out there from the buyer side and looking at homes, and sometimes you feel just bad for the seller that they're not getting um, the information, or they haven't been convinced that they
Right.
needed to do these things. Because I do know that sellers sometimes just put their foot down and,
Oh,
no,
there's
I'm not doing
yeah.
this.
No, there are some difficult sellers. And when I say difficult, I just mean not difficult in they're terrible people or anything, and
Yeah.
terrible. They just have their own idea of what they're willing to do. And that's okay as long as their price matches it. So
It's so
that's the
funny.
thing.
It's like sometimes they just don't get it. It's like if I said, hey, you can put $10,000 in the bank, and in 2 months, I'll give you 30,000. Will you do it?
Mm-hmm.
Of course they would, right?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
if they knew it was going to happen. Now, it's the same thing with selling your house. You know, if you put this $10,000 in April, and then your house sells in May for 30,000 more than what it could have sold for, it's the same thing. It's just you got to make that investment to make your product look that much better, and the return is more than anything you'll get anywhere. You know, you can even get that kind of return with cryptocurrency, and that's not even real.
What is it?
Anyway,
NFTs? I don't even know. I don't even know any of that
I
stuff.
don't know. Yeah, I don't understand an NFT. Can
Yeah.
we turn this into an
NFT?
NFT? Elijah, help us with that.
Can we
Can we make
screenshot
this
us
an
going like this and then like sell it? I don't know. How does it work?
Anyway.
We need a lesson.
All right, so that was the weekend, and yes, I agree with you. I think it's going to be a fantastic 2023, and I know you finished 2022 strong. I am super excited about this next upcoming season. I think it's going to be great. I'm a little nervous because most of my buyers right now are first-time home buyers. I don't have a lot of folks that have been through the process, and I'm nervous from the standpoint of typically with a first-time home buyer, it's a little harder to convince them that this is a good deal, kind of thing, and you almost have to work a little bit harder. But I don't mind that because it's all about building trust, and once you can build that trust, then they'll listen to you and they'll get it. And I'm just running into a lot of situations where just the quality of the homes right now just isn't there. I wish all the homes that I'm showing were teen DDA homes because they show so much better.
Right.
But unfortunately,
exactly.
we're not everywhere.
Yeah.
You got to get on it, Nicole. Make that
Yeah.
happen.
I'll take it. Anyone want? I'll sell your home.
Come on, please.
Wherever you are. No. Yeah, I think that I'm excited about this year. I think it's going to be great. I think that, we're going to see more houses getting on the market as we go on from our side, and that's going to help with your new clients, educating them and showing them like, well, this is a quality home and then this is not.
Well, that's exactly how I do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I mean, I'll show you how the sausage is made. When we come up with a list of homes that we want to look at on the weekend, there's some science in that. Not only is it, okay, what's the best route from A to Z, but if I can put a really nice house at the start and then put in some crappy houses and then put in another nice house, like a really nice house just before the end, and then finish with a not so nice house. So here's the rationale behind that. You see the potential. This is what a great house looks like. And then we go through garbage. It's like, okay, these are the ones that, you want to avoid. Remember that great house. Remember all the stuff it had. And now look at all this garbage. And then you find another house that's amazing. And maybe the price is even incredible.
Mm.
And then when you finish with something that's not so great, then I think it paints that picture. Here's what we could have had. Here's what we really should get. And here's what we need to avoid. You mix it all up in a day, and then you can have you've got a story to talk about. Now, you may not pick any of them, but you've educated them on what's out there and what to look for and what to avoid. It's all about creating a story.
You're a superstar. That's amazing. You taught me something.
Did that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Yes. And I think you're good. You're good. That's why you're you.
I should call that the Carrington route.
The Carrington route. The route.
Anyway. All right. So what have you seen out there from a cultural standpoint that you're excited about? Anything new out there that floats your boat, get you going?
In terms of like food, are we talking
cheeseburgers,
burgers?
pancakes?
Yeah.
Find a new restaurant that you love? You get a new
I
hairstyle?
think you tried a new restaurant,
I
right?
did.
You
I
tried one.
did.
Well, and I'm so bummed that I wasn't there. I was supposed to be there, but I had some, issues. So I wasn't there.
I don't even want to get into your issues. I would love to hear what your issues were,
No,
but
no, that's okay. We don't need to know my issues. The point is, I was very jealous. I was on Zoom while everyone was eating what looked like a scrumptious bowl, and you can tell everyone about it, while I was literally heating up leftover pasta. It was very sad.
oh, that does sound sad. That sounds horrible, but just put
So,
ketchup in it,
so tell
leftover
us,
pasta.
tell us about
Always.
your awesome, awesome feast.
Okay, so wow. Okay, anyway, halal guys. I'm not this isn't an
Yeah,
advertisement,
yeah.
but
No, no,
there's
no.
this
I've had them
chain
before.
around called
Yeah.
Halal Guys, right?
Hmm.
And they're pretty good. Felicia lives by it. We live in Stafford, which is about an hour from Springfield. But if she knows I'm going to be in Springfield, she'll tell me to go pick up Halal Guys, which is mind-boggling to me that she wants me to keep that in the car for an hour and then she'll eat it cold. Ugh,
It's
my
pretty
food has to
good,
be,
but I don't know about that good. It's good
yeah,
fresh.
right.
Good fresh.
So, knowing that there's this Halal Guys, and it's like this awesome new place, I didn't think there was anything that could rival it because it's so good. But we had lunch in the office or dinner meal on Thursdays, and it was a new place called Big Red Halal.
Mm.
And I guess the trick is they season all their meats with like this red seasoning, so the chicken's red. And Nicole, it was so good. It blew Halal Guys out of the water.
Really? Was
Yes,
it
and
was
Halal
it
Guys,
like
you need to pay attention because
was
there's
it like
somebody doing it better.
was it more like Euro meat, like gyro meat, like thicker? I mean, the halal
So
is good, but their meat, like their gyro Euro meat is like a little thin. I don't.
yes, not only was the hero meat thicker, but the chicken was just better.
Mm.
I don't know how to tell you. I mean, the seasoning was perfect. It was good hearty pieces, and it just had more flavor. It was just great. It was
Sounds good.
awesome. And
So next
I was
time, can we taste this? I need to taste this.
I think we should get our engineer to deliver us food so we can eat it on camera.
Yeah, but I think we're in very different locations. I don't know if
How
how
about
that would
Postmates?
work.
That's what Postmates is there for,
Oh,
isn't it?
okay. Uber
Right?
Eats.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Send us surprise deliveries that we have to eat on camera, and then you can hear us eating. No, that's pretty bad. I don't like that. What's that called? Where people listen to each other eat?
ASMR.
Ugh, ugh, no. I
Going
no,
to
I have a problem. No, no, no.
going.
I have a problem with it. I really do. I don't know.
I can't talk about eating a donut. All right, I won't.
You
He
can
gave me
talk
the
about it. Don't
he
make
gave me
the
the thumbs
sound.
down.
Don't make the sound of eating the food. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like that sound. I don't like the lips smacking sound. No, I don't
Mm-mm.
like that. I
No,
think the word moist should be taken out of the English language because it just sounds terrible.
you just said it.
I know,
It's fine.
right? It
That doesn't bother me. But
moist.
no, it's fine. It's just it's the eating. It's the eating. But we've covered so many topics today.
Well, wait, I got one more restaurant
Okay.
then.
All right. Throw it at me.
Last night, a client took me to dinner in Manassas at oh my God, what was the name of it? It's like a food court.
Mhm.
It's a brewery and a winery and a
Oh,
restaurant
yeah.
and two
The two
silos.
silos. Yes.
Yes. What's
I
the
got
other
it. I
restaurant
knew
that's
it.
there though too?
Oh, yeah. It's really good.
Amazing.
I've eaten there before, like a couple of times, and now I can't think of the name. But yeah, it's connected. The Black Sheep or
That's it. The Black Sheep.
Is it called the Black Sheep?
Yes.
Wow. I
How good
pulled
is
that
that
out.
place?
Where did I pull it? It was really good. It's really good.
What did you have when you went there? Do you remember?
I've been there a couple of times now. I can't remember what I had. I forget. But they did do the thing with the
The
fire.
bacon?
Yes, the bacon with the fire. That was really
So
cool.
no one in my group besides me eats bacon and pork, right? My wife doesn't eat any red meat. Everyone else has like pork allergies or whatever. So I couldn't order the bacon. But the people next to me were getting it. And something about the smell of bacon and rosemary, that's like the greatest smell on the planet, isn't it?
So good. Yeah, like a savory, sweet.
Oh,
so good. And they just the way they do it, but you didn't get to taste it, so sorry.
no, but it was that was a pleasant surprise because I didn't know Manassas had stuff like that.
No, it's like more Haymarket. So it's a little past Manassas. Technically, I think it's more Haymarket. I'm not sure, or maybe before. It's right in that Bristow. Bristow?
Yes, it's on the border. It's Manassas and Bristow border.
That's right. Manassas, Bristow before Haymarket. That's right. Yeah. And it's a really cool place. So I went there last year and they had a really cool band playing. And then, we were outside sipping a cocktail. Then we went into the Black Sheep and had dinner, and we came out and they were still playing, and people were like, and they were doing like swing dancing. It was awesome. It was such a cool night. And I was like, we need to pay more attention to the calendar here. Like, this is a great date opportunity.
Exactly. Well, I'm thinking 2 words: team event. We need to have a team event at the Black Sheep.
I love it. Yeah. And they have the outdoor like fire pits, right?
Yeah.
And then the speakers for this are all over. They go all the way back. So even if you can't see the stage, you can hear everything.
Well, that's it. We were there and it was night. It was after sundown. I think our reservation was like 7:30. And there were people sitting in like the courtyard, and they had their own little fire going. And the brewery was just jumping, and they had these 2 igloos. I don't even know what was in the igloos.
Oh, those are I've eaten in one of those. They're cool.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. And then the atmosphere inside the Black Sheep was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
That's great. Yeah. Good. 2 thumbs up. I agree.
So that's my hot spot for all our viewers and listeners. Go to the Black Sheep in Manassas. And for saying that, they should give us a free meal.
I'll take it.
I will absolutely take it too.
A piece of bacon. Throw him a piece of bacon.
Oh my God! Please throw me some. Throw a brother some bacon, please. All right. Well, if you like what you're hearing, and I know we were all over the board today, but if you like and listen to us, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get more of this fantastic content, and you can hear more about bacon and the Black Sheep. Please like and subscribe. We love all our listeners and fans and clients and all of our coworkers too, and our children.
Yeah. Newly engaged. About to get married. Make us grandchildren. No. Just kidding. No pressure.
I'm ready. I am so ready.
I've already got a baby. I'm okay.
You got more than one.
I'm okay.
Yeah. You have a brood.
I do.
God bless you. All right. Well, come back next week for Real Agents of Fun,
Real Agents of Change, and Real Agents of Real Estate. Yay!